Hey, it's your girl Lay back with another pick a card video. This one's all about who you were in a past life and how that affects you now. So maybe what karma are you still dealing with, or what life lessons you are learning, have learned, will learn, yada yada. This one was also a request, and you guys also voted for this in my poll. If you would like to influence what type of videos I do, make sure you're subscribed. My community post will automatically show up on your timeline. Want to win a free reading from your girl Lay? All you have to do is be subscribed and leave a comment down below, and that's it. Each month, I will do a contest for a free reading. The more you comment, the more chances to win for that month. Good luck. As usual, this is a general reading. That means everything won't resonate. So take what does, leave the rest. If you would like a personal reading, send me your questions to tarotbylayla@gmail.com. I have information about pricing and details down below in the description box. So the piles go from top to bottom, left to right. You can use the feathers themselves to pick, or the pile itself, however it works for you. So pile one, we have this beautiful like true blue flower feather. Pile two is this feather, this lilac color. Pile three is this beautiful yellow feather. Pile four is this like forest green colored feather. Pile five is this beautiful purple feather. And then we have like this lime green feather for pile number 6. Okay, so choose the pile or piles you are most drawn to, and then you can fast forward to your particular reading using the timestamps down below. I'll see you at your reading. Bye bye. Hey, pile number 1, you are in the right place if you chose this lovely blue feather. So your cards are Seagull. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. Leo, so you could be a Leo or have that in your chart, maybe not. Let's see. Knight of Cups, Three of Pentacles, openness. Damsel, shadow attributes are waiting for a knight to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusion. Knight of Wands in the reverse, skull, hidden secrets can harm you. Three of Coins. So you see how we have two, Three of Coins or Three of Pentacles, and we also have two Knights. Okay, interesting. So pile one, I have a strong feeling that you are a woman, whether you're a woman now or not. I have a strong feeling you are a woman. And your primary lesson was to take ownership of your life. So that was what you were put on that earth for, was to take ownership of your life. Because I feel like in a past life, you were waiting for somebody to rescue you. So with the damsel, the shadow attributes are you're waiting for a knight to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusion. And then we have the Knight of Wands, a knight right next to saying waiting for a knight. So yeah, you maybe you were an old maid. You were just waiting for somebody to like marry you, to save you from, singledom. But I'm getting you didn't really have a lot of agency over your life, and that in this life, your primary lesson is leadership, is taking control of your life and, creating the life you want and not waiting for someone to come in and swoop in and save you. Okay, so if any of you watch the Cheetah Girls, you know the song Cinderella. Come on, I'm getting that song in my head. It's like, I don't want to be like Cinderella sitting in a dark, cold, dusty cellar waiting for somebody to come and set me free. That was you waiting for somebody to free you from your misery. And nobody came. I don't think nobody came because this Knight of Wands came out in the reverse. So nobody came. So you were waiting for nothing. And I feel like that's what I kind of laughed in my head, because the skull is like, you were waiting until you died. Like the skull, symbolizes, I feel like, death here. Like you're waiting because this knights are all about that action, but this knight's in reverse, so there wasn't no action happening. And then you're waiting till you died. And this life, you've got to take control. Your lesson, I feel like, how it's affecting you now is you're like, okay, you learned that waiting on other people didn't work, so now it's time to take control. Yeah, the positive or light attributes of the damsel is understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. So that's the romantic aspect of a damsel makes me think it could have been waiting for a marriage. Especially if you were somebody, you know, born, in the times, anytime before today, women didn't really have much say, and they were more like property, and they were given away from like father to their husband, and they couldn't work. Okay, they couldn't work for themselves. So you probably were like in that time period, whatever geographic location, where you'd have to have a husband to like be successful, basically. And even if that wasn't the case, I feel like you just had like this chip on your shoulder where it's like, oh my gosh, the world is, things are not going my way. Like the world is so corrupt, and when is somebody going to come and swoop in and save me? And you're just learning that you were your own savior, basically. Now, I'm definitely feeling like romance is the case here, because Knight of Cups is very romantic, especially in this deck. This deck's Knight of Cups is super romantic. He has everything, the trappings of romance: flowers, the white horse, the picnic, the love letter, the bottle of wine, the grapes. So very, very romantic. So I definitely think it was in terms of like a romantic partner. So another lesson is learning that you can be fulfilled without romance. You can be fulfilled through your art, through your work. So I feel like, yeah, in this life, your work is super important to you. We have work two times. Now, what's striking to me is that the Three of Pentacles decided to come out twice and not the Eight of Pentacles, because the Eight of Pentacles is all about working, 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 studying, studying, studying. The difference being with the Three of Pentacles is you're working with other people. You're working, it's three people together working a team. So this could go back to saying either you need to like work with spirit or the universe to create a life that is fulfilling with or without romance. Or this could be saying you have a team of like either friends, family, or like literal co-workers working with you or helping you fulfill your purpose. I feel like this life for you is a focus on your purpose. And also going back to openness, I do feel like it's also saying you have to be open to receive help. You can definitely rely on help, but that help shouldn't be the be all end all. You should definitely also take initiative yourself. So I feel like it's saying work with spirit to create the life you want, and also just feel like this life is a focus on your purpose, your life's purpose. Creating something with someone, okay? Whether, I don't really think it's so much romantic, but just creating a legacy with someone. You're not alone. Like, you're supposed to be surrounded by, friends, family, loved ones. Like, but I feel like in this life, it's more a focus on work versus in your previous life, romance and waiting for someone to give you a sense of purpose. With the seagull here, yeah. So from the past life I'm channeling or reading on, and this life, there is a need for intense, deep emotional healing, and just a need to like realize your worth and see the bigger picture, because a seagull, they can fly high above. They have a different vantage point, a different view of things. So once you complete that inner healing, you'll be able to see that you can do what you want to do. You can have that agency. You can just have that confidence to take risks and just be bold and go for what you want, whether that's love or not. So, pile one, that's all I got for you. Give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below if that resonates, and subscribe for more. Until next time, bye bye. Hey, pile number two, you are in the right place. I went ahead and laid out your cards. You have Ladybug. This is the time of good fortune and abundance. So be willing to receive all good things in your life. Capricorn. So you can have Capricorn influences or not. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Six of Cups in the reverse. Abundance. The Fool in the reverse. Don't don't get freaked out. Seeker, light attribute, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Shadow attribute, inability to commit to a path once found. Justice in the reverse. Broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. Pile two, this message is super clear to me. Super clear to me. So I feel like in the past, in a past life, you were a very successful business person. You were super successful with this Ladybug and Capricorn. You had a lot of money. You could have been famous, but not so much famous. I just feel like you had money, okay? But you were also very generous, very giving. And I feel like you were almost naive in a sense because you would just give because you had it. And you're like, okay, they need help. Or if a friend or family needed help, you're like, okay, I'm going to give it to you because I have the money. However, I feel like you were taken advantage of. Yep, you were taken advantage of by somebody you trusted, somebody possibly you grew up with, or it could have been a romantic partner even. But somebody you trusted. Your walls were down. You didn't really have any I want to say boundaries, but I feel like you were so open with this person. You trusted this person because you've known them like probably all your life. And I feel like they stole from you. This person, yeah, somebody you trusted from your childhood stole from you. Um, uh, yeah, they wronged you. They stole from you. This could have been a business partner. Definitely parting of the ways in either romance or business. Could have been a business partner. The movie The Founder just popped in my head. That's the story of how McDonald's became McDonald's, and the founder of not the founder, yeah, the founder of McDonald's, he basically stole the McDonald's business from the McDonald's brothers, and he just like really screw them off or whatever. He just basically stole from them. So it's got that in my head. That could have been you, like somebody you trusted and you shared your business knowledge with, just screwed you over. There we go. That's the same. And you experienced a loss of abundance. They stole money from you. They stole something business related, and it was partly because you trusted them, and of course really didn't have any defenses up because you're like, oh, this is my friend, this is my business partner, I trust them. And probably because you were just being foolish, and not foolish, just a little bit naive. You didn't really have a great judge of character or a great discernment, okay? And now that could manifest in trust issues. You could have trust issues in this past life, and you may be a little bit more reserved and more cold than you were previously. You were more warm because you had all this abundance and you just gave it away because it's like, you know what, I have it, I got it, I'm gonna give it to you. But now that could translate into being more closed and reserved. And I don't want that to be the case because I do feel like it makes sense, of course, to be like more cold in this lifetime. But I think the bigger lesson is not to be more closed or closed off or cold towards others. I think it's saying you have to embrace the seeker energy and just discover the truth. So you could be a life path 7 as well. So this lifetime, I feel like your like goal or your purpose is to find the truth, is to figure out what's really real. And that is in terms of people, the truth behind people's character, as well as, what's true and what's not in a general sense. So you're very much thirsting for wisdom. And that could be why you're interested in the occult. You're interested in that hidden knowledge. I feel like it's an inner journey more than anything. and it is very solitary. So you could be a loner. You could be a loner, as opposed to, previously you were very open and generous. But, I feel like abundance is still very much yours. It's just in a different way. Abundance of like, you're more focused on like knowledge and wisdom than material things and money, like you were in a past life. Um, Interesting though, how they have both. This fool has this little bag here. So yeah, you're in a big journey, a very important journey, seeking out the truth this time, and you're much more cautious, much more wise. So you could be cautious and slow to trust others, because you're like, I feel like people can't lie to you either, or you can easily detect liars as well. So that's pretty much all I'm getting, pile number two. I hope that makes sense. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below what pile you chose or how it resonates, and subscribe for more. Until next time, bye bye. Hey, pile number three, you are in the right place if you chose the yellow feather. I went ahead and laid out your cards. You have Tiger. You're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you're capable of doing so. The Sun, Temperance, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, embracing. Four of Swords, dilettante. I hope that's right. Shadow attribute is pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Light attributes are delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alert you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and May. So when I was laying out the cards, I got, for some of you, like, some of you could have been a twin in a past life, or you could be a twin now. And I got that you may have died in a fire, or you could have had experience of fire, like growing up in your household or something in a past life. Or if it's currently that happened, take it how it resonates. Um, with the May here, I'm getting Taurus. That's Taurus month. It could be Gemini, but I'm getting more Taurus. So definitely a lot of like stubborn, stubborn, hardworking energy. Knight of Pentacles is also, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And we have the Sun here that is Leo next to the Tiger. So where to start? I do feel like now your mission, or your like one of your purposes, is to become more confident and become a leader. So yeah, in a past life, I feel like you were just a plain like worker. You did something that was very like mundane, or just flat out boring. So you could have been a mailman, or you could have been, I don't know, a blacksmith, something like some monotonous day job, like a plain like working class member. That's what I feel like you were. However, I felt like you had bigger dreams. You had bigger dreams for yourself. You really didn't like your job because, of course, it was working class. It was boring. You didn't really earn a lot of money. I don't think. Um, yeah, you didn't really earn a lot of money, but I don't feel like you really did much, or you didn't really try to change your situation as well. You really had two sides to you in a past life. You had your day job of working, 9 to 5, but then at night, or like, there was some other passion you wanted. You could have been a creative person, you could have been an artist, you could be an artist still. Yeah, I feel like there was something else artistic that you really wanted to do, but you didn't. Maybe you had to work this job to provide for your family, or that was just the status quo thing to do, to get a regular working job. But I don't think you liked it at all, and I don't think you could live the lifestyle you wanted. So you have two fours. So fours are about stability. So yeah, there could have been, yeah, I feel like you did it because you wanted stability. You went that conservative route because you wanted to feel stable and make money, but there was something missing. in your life. That passion, that spice was missing from your life. And you really didn't really struggle to embrace that like hidden side to you, that side that wanted to do something else like the arts or something. Because either you just couldn't do it because of the times, or you just were too afraid to do it. Now in this life, it's it's like you have to be careful of not making the same mistake, of going the safe route, of burying your passion, of letting it remain dormant, because you want to, you know, complete the status quo, because, it's safe, it's trusted, it's like stable, and it's boring. So now it's up to you to choose, because maybe there's a balance. Maybe you do have to work a day job while you figure out your passion after hours, so you could do moonlighting. But be careful of making that same mistake as you made in the past life, of just letting your life pass you by and not doing something fulfilling. So that's why I feel like the sun and the tiger here. The tiger is about leadership and trusting that you're capable of doing so. So this is about taking control of your life's direction. Kind of similar to pile number one, if you're also drawn to that. And the sun is about, passion and light. It's the happiest card of like, the tarot, but this is like the sun and like the zodiac. So the karma, the lesson here is to be a leader, embrace your inner light, gain respect for yourself and from others by following your passion and creating something, following that artistic passion. So yeah, what pile is this? Three. That's pretty much all I'm getting. I'm sorry, that's kind of short, but I feel like it was just short and quick to the point. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below what pile you chose or how it resonates for you, and subscribe for more. Until next time, bye bye. Hey, pile number four, you are in the right place. If you chose this forest green feather, I went ahead and laid out your cards. You have unicorn, indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. Pisces, Six of Cups, the Sun, adventures. Eight of Wands, monk, nun, light attribute, selfless devotion, and single minded dedication to spirit. Shadow attributes, negative judgment of the world, the physical world, excess piety. Three of Swords, in the reverse, casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Okay, so we have some pretty good cards. Like, look at the colors. It's like beautiful colors. It's bright. You have the sun. So, in a past life, I felt like your past life was pretty good. Like, I won't, I won't say the other piles past lives were bad, but they had some trials. But I feel like your past life was just like, really beautiful. I don't really think you had any like hard times. Like, I feel like it was really happy. You could have had children, because you have children both in the Six of Cups and the Sun. You had a lot of beautiful experiences and adventures. You could have traveled a lot. I feel like you're just very childlike. You might have passed away as a child also, for some of you or a lot of you. But why I think so many like child or children cards are coming up is because your life was like so pure and innocent and untouched by like the evil of the world. So I feel like you didn't really have a lot of like negative events growing up in your past life. Which makes you kind of a unicorn, because a lot of people have tough lives. I feel like your life was pretty smooth, pretty copacetic, okay? Yeah, so we have the unicorn next to the Pisces. It talks both about creativity, imagination, magical. Yeah, you felt like life was like magical. I really get like this childlike energy. Like, you may have been a child like in the past. Well, of course you were a child, but you may have passed away as a child. I just get like this really youthful, vibrant kind of energy. And then Pisces also is the last of zodiac sign. So that could mean like you could be an old soul, or you know what I think of what is like you were finishing like up like a karmic cycle. Yeah, I think you were finishing up a karmic cycle and you ended it and lived it out peacefully and happily because it was an end of a cycle. And now this life is the beginning of the cycle all over again. So you went through, all the signs from Aries, all of the Pisces, all of that newness, and you had to like, now it's like the turn of a new cycle. You're learning something completely different. So it's sort of like you're starting from the bottom, not the bottom, from ground zero. And now in this life, you may find that your life is hard. If it doesn't resonate for you right now, then maybe pick another deck. Because I'm not saying this is how your life is going to be. I feel like this is how your life has already been. Like, it just could have been really tough. You probably lost somebody when you were young, somebody who was super important to you. So you had to experience loss at an early age, probably, versus in your past life where everything was just so fun and happy and free. So that's why I feel like this monk and nun negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. So I feel like this is very sudden as well. Like losing someone really close to you. Could have been a parent, a sibling, a grandparent, somebody, a friend. And that could have left you feeling a little bitter. So versus your past life being so happy and fun and free and light and no worries, and now it's like you enter this life, you have to start all over, and you're experiencing all this pain right off the bat from a young age. So that's pretty much what I'm getting. It's like, and the reason why is because you lived out a whole bunch of lives, like a whole cycle. So now you have to start all over and experience all of life's woes and trials and tribulations and learn whole new lessons. Because I do feel like you are an old soul. For like in this life, Pal 4, you're experiencing a tremendous breakthrough. And don't let life's trials and tribulations cut off your connection with spirit. Spirit is still here watching you. Spirit is always here. You're never alone. And that's why with the Three of Swords, luckily it's in reverse. So it means you're healing. Beautiful. But the rain also symbolizes healing. So, your healing is assured. And this person that you may have lost is watching over you. It's always surrounding you. So, continue to live your life to the fullest, follow your purpose, your passion, because this karmic cycle will come again and you will end again with that happy, childlike, beautiful kind of life. All right, pile number 4. That's all I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. Give this video a thumbs up if it did, or comment below what pile you chose or how it resonates. And subscribe for more. Until next time, bye-bye. Hey, pile number 5, you are in the right place. So I went ahead and laid out your cards. You have Platypus, stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. Virgo, 10 of Cups, the Chariot. Chariot is Cancer, I believe. Love, 2 of Swords, Poet, Temperance, Success. Oh my gosh, look at the colors in your spread. Look at the colors over here, all the beautiful, colorful colors. Okay, so pile 5, in a past life, you were definitely a free spirit. Okay, you had a happy life. I feel like you loved love. I feel like you were always in love with someone, like in and out of relationships. Your life wasn't really stable, like financially, but you just went wherever the wind blew you. Okay, you just followed your heart, your passions. So yeah, a lot of emotion, very hot and cold. So yeah, and not just love romantically, but love like family and friends type of love as well. And I feel like you had a happy, like you ended your life happy. You had a family, you died, old. But like throughout your life, you're more so a rebel and pretty stubborn and forceful, full of so much will and strength. And yeah, I feel like in love with love. So not very stable, not very balanced, but it worked for you. You were happy. Just going, following your emotions that are turbulent, up and down, up and down. Um, Now in this life, I feel like you're like the complete opposite. You're more focused on success and work. You're more so in this Virgo energy. Virgo is very organized, stable, methodical. So you're going from this free spirited, going wherever the wind blows you, to more of a stable, organized, focused on the material realm and success. Like you're very success driven, which is good. It's not bad at all. However, I feel like you don't want to completely forget the lessons you learned in the past life of, you know, being free and following your passions. Because I feel like now you may be stifling, that inner passion. Because, here with the poet, poets are very idealistic. They speak they speak beautifully. um, but the shadow attribute here is turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. So I feel like you're not using your passions, you're not expressing your passions, you're letting them like, bubble up inside, and it's not getting out. And then when something or emotions are not expressed, they're continually repressed, it becomes like an explosion and it's not really healthy. So I feel like with you, you may be struggling to, let that freak flag fly. You're struggling to express yourself, to find that balance between the rowdy, rebel, go with the flow energy and that stable, focused, career focused, success driven energy. You don't have to choose. You don't have to choose. And I understand if that unstable, rocky life was your life in the past. I understand you're more so of a focus or learning about like stability. However, you don't need to choose. Again, you need to find that balance in this life. And I also want to warn you with this Virgo energy, Virgos can be incredibly hard on themselves because they're so driven, they're so practical, but they can have a lot of anxiety. They're notorious for being anxious, and you have to be careful about what you say to yourself. So you could find yourself being critical of yourself and others and complaining about your life when you need to focus on the blessings and focus your attention on what's going well, what's going good in your life. Okay, so it's great to be success driven and focused, and yeah, but don't forget about all the good that's going on in your life. Don't forget about all this passion that you once had, and don't stifle it. Okay? That's a very short message. Let's see if I have anything else to say. Feel like your soul is like dying to express itself. It says expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Yes, soul is dying. Your higher self is dying to express itself to you, but you may have a propensity towards the logic side, and you might struggle to listen to your intuition, and you might fight your intuition. That's no bueno. Okay. Then the Temperance card here is all about balance and moderation. Again, in your past life, balance, moderation, where you didn't have it. You probably did a lot of drugs. You just were like wild. Okay. There was no balance. So you can have a bit of that wild streak as well. As being stable and paying your rent on time and your bills on time as well. Okay. You don't need to choose. I feel like you're thinking you have to choose between the two, and no, you can find a way to balance these incredibly different sides to yourself. Okay, because I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. That's your lesson. That's one of your missions in this lifetime. All right, pile one. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I got. You can look at the cards yourselves, see if you have any other insights from it. Comment below. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know how it resonates, and subscribe for more. Until next time, bye bye. Okay, pile number 6, you are in the right place. I went ahead and laid out your cards. You have cat, domestic. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your overdependency on others. Neptune, the hermit, 3 of Wands in the reverse, truth, the devil in the reverse, storyteller, light attribute, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols, shadow attribute, making up tales that harm others. 3 of Wands, again, this time upright, frying pan, trouble, accusations. Okay, pile number 6. So, up top, in a past life, I'm seeing the story of a loner. A person, you were a loner, you were seeking. It's interesting how the truth also came out, because the hermit is all about going inward and finding your inner truth, like going on an inward journey about yourself. So yeah, you're very much a loner and seeking the truth about life by going inward. So I don't feel like you really got out much. Yeah, I feel like you had dreams. You had dreams to like travel and see the world. You did want to be more outgoing, but you just never took that risk. I feel like you were very much afraid to take that risk, to go for something, to go for your dream. Because in the 3 of Wands, you have a person at a shore, watching their ships. This is their ships. They're a business person. They're waiting for their ships to come in. They have a dream. They already put the plan in motion. They're waiting for the ships, and they're just expectant. In the reverse, though, it's like you're like looking out the window and watching life pass you by. Yeah, I don't feel like I feel like you were so inward. You were so like introverted that you really didn't participate in life like you would have liked to. And how that affects this life is, I feel like you're all about now striking out, doing something different, doing something inspired, and actually going for that dream. Neptune, I believe, is the ruler of either Aquarius or Pisces. Give me a second. It's the ruler of Pisces. Neptune is here to say it's time for you to take all of that spiritual inner wisdom that you learned from your past life and to practice it in reality, to be more practical with it and actually get out. It says it's time to strike out on your own. It's time to actually go for your dreams. Instead of waiting for your ships to come in, it's time to, actually get on the ship and go. So I feel like that's why the 3 of Wands decided to show up again, this time upright. It's because in this one, they're similar, but this one, he has a watch. And it's like, tick tock, time is coming. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to let time go by again like you did in your past life, or are you going to make a move and strike out? Now, when the devil here is, I love how it's in reverse, because the devil talks about limits, things holding us back. Basically, it's all in your mind that you don't have this control. You can see the 2 people, they have this like shackle on, but it's very loose. They could like get out at any time, but they just don't know. They don't realize that they're in control. There's this illusion, and I feel like now you're waking up and realizing you do have control of your life and you can make things happen for yourself in this life. And that's all to do with what you tell yourself, what you believe. And that's why when the storyteller comes out, yeah, it could be a creative person like a writer or some sort, but I feel like it's talking about the story you tell yourself, the story of who you are, of that inner voice. Is it an inner critic, or is it an inner friend that's uplifting you? So you're like changing the way you view things in this life, because in the previous life you found out I feel like you did find out or realize the truth that life is to be lived and you're to get out more and experience it firsthand. You realize the truth eventually, but I feel like it was too late. Like it may have been when you were too old to do anything or you're on your deathbed. You realize, okay, dang, death is coming to get me. And I didn't really get to live my life how I wanted to. I was just so busy like studying and like being isolated from others and going inward and realizing what the truth is. Now it's time to bring that truth and that inner wisdom and bring it into this life. However, I feel like you're in danger of repeating that same mistake from your past life because we have like, it's like TikTok, TikTok, and then we have the frying pan. It's like, if you ain't cooking, get out the kitchen, right? Like it's hot, it's steaming hot. And it's like, what are you about to do? Are you about to cook? Are you about to do something? What are you about to do? Like, it's like, I feel like there's some opportunity either already that's presented itself or that will. And it's up to you to make a decision about what are you going to do. Be careful of giving up that control or that mastery of your life again. Be careful of that. Um, be careful of sacrificing, your life. It's life is to be lived, okay? Um, and I keep saying sacrifice here, sacrifice, sacrifice. There's another way. There's another way. Um, so yeah, now it's time to, you were pretty much in your head in the past life. Now it's time to get out of your head and to get moving. Okay, pile number 6. I hope that makes sense. Give this video a thumbs up if it did. Comment below what pile you chose, how it resonates for you. And subscribe for more. Until next time, bye bye.